Welcome back to the Doug and Commish Show. This is the Week 6 preview as we're getting ready to roll here. Really getting into the heart of the season now. Starting to see what teams have. And, one of the big things that people deal with now is bye weeks. Some people can blame all they want on bye weeks, but the bottom line is it separates the men from the boys.
Should have drafted for it.
Exactly.
You've got bye weeks, you've got injuries. It's time to get your grind on.
Speaking of grind, here we go. Our first game is New Guy against Paper, 4-1 versus 1-4. Paper's got a difficult, game with Arian Foster against Baltimore.
Yep.
Do you think they hold him to under 15 points?
No, I don't. I actually had them right around 15 to 20.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think you, unless his hammy goes out on him. I don't think you can stop him.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome.
Percy Harvin, are you worried about him?
I am, and I sent trades. Trash Talk sent him trades, desperately trying to get some Percy Harvin. I'm glad it didn't work out.
Yeah.
His offense or him or something's not right there.
Yeah, but he's still got Drew Brees and Jimmy Graham.
Awesome.
Really good players. A New Guy, we already talked about the Vic and Washington thing. Maybe they've got that thing figured out. But he's got the Pats defense against Dallas. I don't trust the Pats defense to save my life.
I don't either, but he might end up with the 49ers defense by the time that this movie comes out.
We'll wait and see what happens there. Ben Jarvis Greenhouse, don't think he repeats against Dallas.
No.
Who knows? But that said, who do you have? New Guy or...
I was kind of hoping you weren't going to go with this game first, Dougie. This is my upset special of the week.
Really?
You nailed the upset special of the week on your first game.
All right, yes.
I think that New Guy is coming off of a high.
Hang on, do I look skinnier?
Yeah, you do. You look good.
I'm trying to trim down. I just kind of noticed it. Anyway, go ahead.
You do. You do look good.
Thanks.
Really good.
Thanks. Anyway, upset special. Sorry.
I think that the New Guy is coming off of a high. And I think that the greatest show is kind of, I'm Barney bad guy, and I'm I'm just going to coast through the New Guy, right? I don't think that's happening. New Guy upsets the show.
All right, our next game is Nappy versus Desk Jockey, another 4-1 versus 1-4. And really, when it comes down to it, Nappy has Eli going as Buffalo. We know that he has a bye week issue with Phillip Rivers.
Right.
So maybe he's looking for a quarterback, but he's probably going to have to roll Eli. But Eli does turn the ball over, and Buffalo can take advantage of that.
He does, and you can count on 2 turnovers, guaranteed. But if Eli plays well, rumor has it, with some of the sources that we've been diving into some things, Phillip Rivers is on the block.
Yeah.
So if Eli, this could be an audition for Eli.
Yeah, it could be. Frank Gore against Detroit.
I don't like it for Gore. I think that Gore is the type of running back that the Lions will basically enjoy playing against. Mm-hmm. It's the Jamal Charleses. It's the Sproul, the fast guys that can get outside that give the Lions a hard time, not the guys up the middle.
We saw what Steve Smith did against another divisional rival last week, and he's going up against Atlanta this week.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
Jockey has Brady versus Dallas. You expect a lot of blitzes from Dallas, but is Brady going to continue his,
Oh, absolutely. His Dallas defense, look at what Stafford did to it. And Stafford is not Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So I would look for Brady to have a really nice day.
His wide receivers look like they're all or nothing.
Yeah, sure.
Lottery picks.
Yep.
Who do you pick? New Guy, Nappy had a phone and Jockey.
I'm going to stick with Nappy, but I think it's going to be a good game. I know they're projected for the mid 115, something like that, 100, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't see that. I'm halfway tempted to say Desk Jockey, but I'm sticking with Nappy. I think that he's got some depth over there, and I think he's got enough to pull it out.
Toilet Town and Bean predicted 106-107. Bean with the victory, basically by home field advantage. Don't think Toilet can handle another close one. Toilet Town's going to roll Matt Stafford at San Francisco and Peyton Hillis at Oakland. I always like the running back that coming off of a bye week, getting ready for a defense. Yep. So what do you think there?
Hillis has got some strange stuff going on around him about a contract negotiation and some fake strep throat and some other stuff going on. He's a boomer bust this week. He could come out with a vengeance and prove everybody I need that contract, or he could pout in a corner like he did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's tough to say there, but no matter what DJ's rolling out and no matter what the Bean is rolling out, I'm taking the Bean because Toilet Town is just cursed, and he can't win.
All right. Well, I guess we won't spend any more time on that. I really want
to
talk about the Bean.
If you want to talk about the Bean, let's talk about the Bean.
Don't worry about it.
Let's talk about the skinny Bean.
No. Anyway, next we're going to go with Sass and Soldier. Sass is projected to lose by about 16 points here. Sass has got Matt Schaub against Dallas, Turner against Carolina. I'm starting to think that Turner might not have it as much as he used to. It seems like he's wearing down a little bit.
He's got a big booty. I mean,
he is a big guy.
It's tough to carry that thing around. Of course, he's going to be wearing down.
Yeah. Marcus Colston getting back into the swing of things, but really, Greg Jennings he's a prize.
He's a weapon, and the only bad part about having him is you've got lots of weapons on the Packers.
Yep.
And I believe that Rodgers threw to 12 different targets last week.
I actually think that you actually got a catch last week, if I remember correctly.
I got hands.
Yeah. Not good ones, but you do
have
hands.
I've got them.
Anyway, Soldier, he's going to have Big Ben against Jacksonville. Now, Ben just looked great last week, but the week before he looked awful. Which Ben are we going to see?
The good Ben.
The good Ben.
Yeah, because he's faking hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be when he comes out and plays the best, right? Like the nose issue, the arm issue, the foot issue, the leg issue. I raped somebody again issue. Every time he gets hurt or in trouble, he comes out with a good game.
Mm-hmm.
When he's perfectly healthy, he blows.
Yeah.
So he's got the foot injury. I'm going with a solid game out of Roethlisberger.
McCoy against Washington. Washington had an extra week to prepare for him. Washington had a decent defense already.
Divisional
game.
Solid. You're right.
Yep. Anyway, pick here. Soldier Sass.
Gain's won too many games in a row. It's not normal for Gain to win 3 games in a row, let alone 4. It doesn't happen. It's at Soldier Field. It's not happening for Gain. He'll come back down to a normal level. It's going to be Soldier.
Okay. Nips and Trash. Nips has Aaron Rodgers against St. Louis. No reason to think that Aaron Rodgers couldn't put up 30 again here. But Daniel Thomas coming against New York Jets. Surprising stat here.
The Jets blow against the run.
Yeah, crazy. They're I think ranked 28th against the run or 26th against the run, something like that. Really bad.
Some of it is a little skewed from what Ray Rice
it's probably true.
did. But having said that, they're not the normal Jets swagger. I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
Well, you also look at Ben Jarvis Greenhouse last week.
Yeah, he owned them.
Yeah.
So you could say it was just one guy, sure. That's 2 running backs, and Green Ellis is no Ray Rice.
Job at best against San Francisco's defense. San Francisco's run defense, what do you think?
They're awesome.
First in the league, actually.
San Francisco's defense is an old school Pittsburgh 3-4, but they're not old.
Yeah.
Their linebackers could be the best linebackers in all of football.
So would you say they'd be a fantasy defense worth keeping?
They would be a fantasy starter against anybody outside of Packers, Saints, Patriots.
Ravens?
I'd start them. I'd start them. I would start the Niners against anybody outside of maybe 3 teams.
Yeah. Anyway. Also, Trash, you have F-Jacks going against the New Giants. Not a bad defense there. Run DMC against Cleveland, who's healthy, coming off of a bye week, getting ready for him. Where do you see this game going?
Here's the thing. Trash is 0-3 against the Nipples. I think, Dougie, this is the week that Trash overcomes the negativity that the Nipples brings to Trash. This is the week that Trash dominates the Nipples. I've got a 25-point win for Trash.
Wow. All right. Last game, our game of the week, more or less by default. It was really kind of hard to pick a really good game of the week.
It was difficult.
Doughboy versus White Trash. Anyway, Doughboy has Tony Romo going against New England.
What time is that game? It's not prime time, right?
I don't think it's prime time.
Okay.
I think it's a 4:00 game.
All right, he'll be okay then.
I have to double check on that. Too bad we don't have the deuce here. Obviously,
Seriously, freaking deuce.
Come on, founder my eye.
Drop a deuce.
Anyway, but Tony Romo against New England, and it is a 4:15 start. So,
He'll be fine.
He should be good because New England's awful. Adrian Peterson versus Chicago. Another good matchup there.
Yeah, I like it.
And Reggie Wayne against Cincinnati.
I don't know. I mean, Cincinnati's corners are pretty legit.
And
so.
Reggie Wayne hasn't been catching anything from Curtis Painter.
Exactly.
So, white trash, Cam Newton against Atlanta.
Yeah, that's solid. Atlanta's pass defense is not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a disappointment. Their pass rush, where they went out and got Ray Edwards, supposed to solidify with John Abraham on one side, that hasn't happened yet. So Cam Newton could have a really good day on Sunday.
Maurice Jones-Drew against Pittsburgh. Surprisingly, Pittsburgh's not really that great of a run defense this year.
No, but Jones-Drew's not really having a good year either.
Yeah.
And it's not because of him. His team sucks. He's kind of a 2 running back, a number 2, or maybe a 2A, or a very low 1. He's not really having that great of a year.
He also has Mark Ingram, and bottom line is if Mark Ingram doesn't get in the end zone, he's not worth much of anything.
No, and we've read numerous articles this week about how Ingram is not living up to expectations.
Yep.
I don't know if I buy that or not. He hasn't really getting a lot of chances. I mean, you got Drew Brees throwing the ball all around. Who knows? Time will tell on Ingram.
Game of the week, Doughboy, white trash.
I'm going with some Doughboy. White trash is playing Devery Henderson and James Jones. They're 2 guys that don't get a lot of targets. But if they get the deep ball, yeah, maybe he's got a chance.
I think he probably would have won if he was able to secure, a tight end named Fred Davis from Washington. He probably would have been able to pull that off. But as it stands, I think he's going to lose by about 6 points.
What happened to Fred Davis?
I think he got claimed by somebody, but we'll see.
I believe it was called, what is that term? It's called a cock block.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Good luck to all of our fantasy players. We appreciate you watching. Keep it up. Our viewership is slowly going up. And for the 3 of you that don't ever watch this video that's in the GFO,
you blow.
You are awful. And we don't really even like you.
Trash over nips. Trash over nips. This is the year.
All your fantasy players be studs.